honored today to have as our speaker a man who graduated from the University of Texas Dental Branch in 1953. He is an ex-Navy man, a graduate of Annapolis. He practiced dentistry in San Marcos, Texas for some period of time, I'm not sure how long. But of late years, he has restricted himself to humorous speeches. And what he does, he injects a serious note into all of his humorous speeches, so I hope that today he will inject a little humor into a serious speech. Dr. Charles Jarvis.
Thank you very much, Dean. I say Dean because he was my dean in 1953. He perhaps didn't want to share that blame with you. It's a particular pleasure to be here and to be the commencement speaker for such a wonderful group, and I'm not forgetting the parents. This is a great day for you. I appreciate the opportunity to share with you a few things, but like Dr. Olson said, this is a special time for the people down here, but someone has said no one has ever remembered what any commencement speaker ever said. That's a humbling thought when you think about it. They said one time that the rabbi was sick. He had the rabbinical students lined up there at the bed. They had them all lined up right from the smartest one down to the least smartest. The smartest student, number one student, rabbinical student, punched the old man and he said, "Master, teacher, what are your last words for us?" And the old man gasped and he said, "Life is like a river." And this student turned around to the other one and he said, "The master said life is like a river." And they passed it down. He said, "Pass it down. Life is like a river. Life is like a river. Life is like a river." Got down to the one at the foot of the bed and he said, "Life is like a river. What does he mean, life is like a river?" They passed it back up. "What does he mean? Life is like a river." Got up there and the number one student punched the gentleman again and he said, "Master, what do you mean life is like a river?" And the old man gasped again and he said, "So it's not like a river." I get to thinking, what would they have preached on the rest of their lives had he expired before he said that second utterance? Why, life would have been like a river all their life. The number one thing in their lives would have been that life is like a river. Sometimes it's swift, sometimes slow, sometimes dull, sometimes very bright, sometimes muddy, sometimes very clear. Well, life is sometimes like a river. Like you're getting ready to find out how it is out there. Out there, the wet-fingered field, we call it. I was a dentist for 12 years, Dr. Olson, and I found out. They didn't teach me in dental school. They didn't teach me this. They didn't teach me a lot of things I needed to know. I'm not blaming them. I should have gotten every bit I could from everybody. I should have milked everybody on the faculty. There's going to be a time when you're going to turn around, ladies and gentlemen, and you're going to wish that you had some instructor there that you may hate now. Because, you see, the people don't think. They think they think. If they really thought, I wouldn't have to take care of their teeth. They would take care of their teeth. And it was frustrating to see them come in there with a mouth like a cesspool and say, "I hate to come down here." That doesn't make sense, does it? I felt like saying, "Well, look, turkey, if you hate to come down here so much, why don't you take care of your teeth?" But they hadn't taught me that, and so you people used to get mad when I'd tell them they had cavities. I'd say, "Well, you have 4 cavities again, sir." That's the trouble with you dentists, always finding cavities. And I some way felt guilty about that. Heavy laden I was. I was saying asinine things like, well, I thought you ought to know that they're in there. Now I don't say that. I say, look, can you read? It says, patient, heal thyself. Can you read that sign on there? Patient, heal thyself. All you have to do is keep them clean and they will not decay. All you have to do is remove the germs from the gums and teeth once a day with floss and brush. You know what they say? Do I have to floss all of them? I say, no, just floss those you want to save. This is going to be your task, to persuade the American people that you work on and with that they are their problem. And this takes a lot of maturity. In marriage or anything else, I've been married 35 years. It took me a long time to realize where the problem was. Until Maxine pointed it out to me. When the feminist movement started, I said, Maxine, what do you think about the feminist movement? She said, don't start that with me. She said, I'm not going to resign my superior position just to be equal to you. Well, I believe in marriage because I've been married 35 years and in a wonderful institution as long as you think more of your spouse than you do of yourself. And that takes a lot of maturation. And you're going to be a good hygienist. You're going to be a good doctor of dental surgery as long as you think more of the patient than you do of yourself. If you look in the mouth and you see a chance to get rich, you do my profession a great big favor and you get out of it because we got enough like you. But if you look in the mouth and you see a chance to render a service whereby as a byproduct you might get rich and you will get the income that's due to you and you will get the prestige and award in accordance to the pursuit of excellence, then we need you, and what an ambassador you're going to be for this profession. If you gross $30,000, that's real good, but half of that's expense. Next year, if you take in $10,000 more, you haven't gained $10,000, you've gained $2,000. The trouble is when you spend like you earn $10,000 more. You've got to learn some things. You're going to learn some of them the hard way, because I did. Your success in life is going to be dependent on three things. Listen to me. There's only one reason you ought to listen to me today, and that's the next thing that comes out of my mouth is going to benefit you, and that's what I'm here for. The only reason that people should listen to you in your office is that the next thing that comes out of your mouth is going to benefit them, not you. They're interested in their benefits. You're going to be successful in life dependent on three things. That's what you do. You've already chosen that. You've already limited your income to a certain extent. Second, the ability with which you do it. Third, the difficulty of replacing you. How easily are you replaced? Now you've learned what they've made you learn. Now you ought to exhilarate in studying what you want to. That's great. That's great. He said it this way. Hans Selye said, earn your neighbor's love. Be so good at what you do that they'll want you to stay in business forever. Pursuit of excellence. You got to keep from frustration. And if you are frustrated at all in your practice, in dentistry, dental hygiene, chances are more than even it's going to be your fault. That's tough to hear, isn't it? Took me quite a while to learn that. I don't wish you luck. I looked in Esau's comic dictionary a long time ago, and it says luck is a word used to explain the success of people you don't like. And I love you folks. Congratulations.